All right, we're over here in White Plains. We are doing demo on an existing 2-story building. We're going to be turning this thing into a 3-story residential, about 25,000 square feet and 24 units. So we got some guys doing a little bit of demo on the exterior. They're pulling off the brick walls, pulling out the rebar from the slabs. We'll see them pull it off in a second. Actually, let's take a little walk here. Almost there. All right, you can see over here, this is what's left of the roof and part of the second floor slab. So this is pretty cool. This slab is actually made out of block. It's hollow block that there's one of two ways you can do it. You can make it in place or you can make it off site and bring it into place. But basically what it is a bunch of blocks that are set up next to each other, kind of like think CMU blocks. What they do is they slide 2 pieces of rebar down the entire length of the slab. They'll grout that rebar in place with cement, and as it sets up, it'll tension the slab and it'll sit in place. But to demo this slab, it's pretty dangerous. What you gotta do is you gotta break the exterior up and release the tension in the slab. So you break along all the whole perimeter, you release that tension that rebar is carrying, and then you can slowly chop out the block and break it down piece by piece. So if you look over here, you can do a little zoom in here of some of these pieces of the slab. We'll take a walk over in a second. But there's some openings there. We can see some of the rebar kind of poking through. And prior to doing any of this demolition, we strengthened the structure. We did some steel cross bracing, which we'll take a look at later, to strengthen the core of this building because the entire steel structure is staying. And we're going to be adding some footings and some foundation in the basement and bringing that steel structure up and going another floor up as well. Right now we're at 2 stories. When we're done, we'll be 3 stories high. And we'll have on-site underground parking as well. All right, so let's go take a look inside and see what the slab looks like. All right, so if we look up, we can see some of these blocks here. These are basically built in sections. They go from steel beam to steel beam. And like we were saying earlier, when we release the tension, we've got to break it up in the corners. We release that tension, that whole slab drops just slightly. And then we can cut the rebar, which you see right here. These act as like tendons in a sense that go through the block. And once you cut that, the whole slab comes down. So we can see over here as well. We'll poke our heads over here carefully. You can see along that steel beam here, we have some hollow block. And in between that hollow block at the bottom, you'll see little gray circles. Those gray circles is the grout that's encasing that rebar. The rebar that's acting as tendons. And then if we pan up to the left, we'll see the steel cross braces, the C-channels that we installed along the core, and that helps strengthen the building as we take the majority of the structure down. So let's get out of here before they drop a slab on our heads. So all this block right here, all the concrete, all the slab, that's gonna get recycled. We're gonna bring that to a recycling facility and they're gonna crush it up and use it as RCA, recycled concrete aggregate. Anytime you're disposing of a slab or anything made out of concrete, the facility will take it, it'll clean it, it'll break it up, pulverize it, almost into a dust, but kind of rough aggregate. And then contractors use that as like a sub base for putting footings or foundations or slabs onto when they build it.
Similar to like cement powder?
Yeah, exactly. At a job like this, it's very important to be clean with your demo, keep all your materials separated. It just makes the disposal a lot quicker and cheaper.